Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We're going to do just a collective full for Capricorn full moon and moon in the stars tarot cards. Wow, okay. So, let's talk a little bit about the archetype of Capricorn. The archetype of Capricorn is that of the father. And it also resonates with Saturn's energy because Saturn is the father of the tarot and of the zodiac. It has its own father, but Saturn's time is here. So rewards and non-rewards, let's say that, for good behavior kind of reminds you of Santa Claus bringing the gifts, right? So if anybody didn't know that their behavior dictates in the invisible realm what they will receive spiritually, then this is where you want to check in and begin to work on yourself and do, self-analyzation, because truly there is a realm that take notes per se. Our higher self and our higher consciousness actually dictates or takes the information in that we're putting out and how we're reacting in the world and towards others. And the accumulation of karma is accounted in that way. So cause and effect, if you don't believe in God, for the agnostics, cause and effect is what you can look at. What causes and what effects have you brought? Have they been good? Of course, I don't think any of us can say, other than Jesus Christ or the masters, that they've done everything in a perfected way. Therefore, they are not here in this realm anymore. But we are here because we need to perfect some things, okay? So that means that there's something that we're all working on. And this first card just jumped out and it says, we're working on stability. This is a Queen of Pentacles, and stability is a root chakra energy. And so for Capricorn energy loves stability. It loves for us to anchor ourselves in the root chakra, where we're able to bring forth stability, security, and independence for self. Now, independence for self doesn't mean that you have to cut off relationships with others. It just means that you no longer serve a codependent existence. So that's a big conversation in itself, because we live in a codependent world existence. A lot of people don't even realize that. But moving on from there, Capricorn's energy in this new moon is asking us all collectively to look at our stability. If we don't feel stable, then we go within and start working towards stability, because that's where the kingdom of God resonates, and that's where our true stability is, okay? So the kingdom is within. And if you're going to be a king or a queen, then you're going to begin to work on the fears that Saturn will bring up at certain times in your life, and say, okay, this is Saturn again testing me and saying, have you overcome this? Have you allowed this to dictate your life, or have you released this from your life? What are you doing with this thing that you keep looking at? How you keep acting, your behaviors? Okay, so here's a second card. And so the Page of Swords. And so the Page of Swords is about, let's see, education. It's a swords energy. It's about maybe non-rebellious to want to change, because it's reversed. If it is upright, then that means that people are working on self-mastery and self-education, because the sword is yours, so you can cut off things that bring distractions. But here it's reversed, so there could be a lot of mental energy that's causing people to look outside of themselves and what they should be creating, because the page puts you in the mind also of self creativity. If you educate yourself and you stop depending on others, and what happens is that your self-education can bring you into a place where you can start doing business for yourself. You can become an entrepreneur. All right. Page of Swords upside down. Okay, so let's see. The third one is new beginnings. Okay, so some people are looking for stability, but they're not looking at collectively, excuse me, the fact that Capricorn energy brings especially Capricorns into a new beginning, because this is a solar return energy, the beginning of Capricorn season. So what would you do with Capricorn season? Everyone out there, what you would do is take this Page of Swords, turn it around, and start looking at your ideas. Take your mind off of drama, come out of your head and get into your heart. Your new beginnings is there, but you want to turn that around to benefit you with the Ace of Swords and start speaking those things, because this is a communication card as well. It's new beginnings, but you got to communicate with yourself about what you're doing and where you're going, and come out of any kind of feelings that's keeping you from communicating with yourself and others that may come in during this season. You know, during this season, to turn that new beginning around, because new beginnings are here in your structure. You can't have stability if you don't structure yourself when it comes to Capricorn's energy. So this is Capricorn's time. This is Saturn's time, saying you can have new beginnings, but you're going to have to work on the things that matter when it comes to a new beginning. That means throughout all of the next year, you work and put goals on stability, no matter what's going on in the world. If you need to go back to school and you need to educate yourself, begin to read books that's going to help you to resolve issues, or either take you into a new place where you're going to get the Queen of Pentacles, not just stability, but you'll have that foundation of stability with Pentacles. You know, you got to work towards it. And some of that work is going within. It's not just outer work. A lot of people do the work outside. Capricorn is a work energy, but even Capricorn energy, they have to go within, or they put themselves in a restrictive position of ambition, and ambition is not going to get you what you want. You could never ever get everything you want out of ambition. You have to begin to go within and utilize your spiritual wealth, your spiritual worth, your spiritual way. The way of life begins within. Okay, and that's where new beginnings will begin to turn around again. Sometimes we're looking at things in a way that is not going to be new. We're looking at the past, and so we come out of that past, because Capricorn energy has come out of the 12th house and it's into the first house now. It's in the first house, so old things have passed away and new things have come. So anyone that's sitting in the past, get your mind and your conversation out of the past, melancholy, or going over the past. You might have looked at what you did and what you could change. Great. Your lesson learned now. Come into the present and begin to work with the energy that you have for your new beginning. And that's for everyone, because Capricorn energy is what we're all working towards. And that means that our structure, our foundation, people that work in admin, human relations, people that work in the government, they can change the way they've been doing things from old to new. It's a new structure in the spiritual realm that wants to come anyway, which is why the planets have been aligning, and so much chaos is going on in the world, because the universe is saying, change this for the people. But your leaderships are saying, we're changing, or trying to hold on to paradigms for ourselves and our gain. So we want to take a look at that as the people also, and understand what we're doing as individuals, and creating our own groups as well to move forward and gain our stability, because our stability is never in someone or some people. It starts within ourselves. And because it starts within ourselves, what we're doing is building from within. This is what the kingdom is all about. So now let's work on this and educate ourselves concerning kingdom building or queendom building, and what we really want to see happen outside of us. Let's begin to look at the things and the possibilities that are before us, and speak and begin to create through words, and through education, and through creativity for the new beginnings. Okay, and that is your message for this new moon in Capricorn. You're within, utilizing that energy for structure. What does structure mean to you? what do you need restructuring in, you know? And so that's our message for today for the full moon in Capricorn. Blessings. Talk to you soon.